Hello everybody, this is Peyton Plays, one of the three main people from UP2. I'm going to be teaching you how to make a gulag tournament. You can make this however you want to, with special modifications, but I'm only teaching you how to make one. You can change it up if you want to, but... So I typically like to start with a 3x5. You do however you want to though. Then you gotta get some walls to put around it, of course. I haven't gone into the settings yet, except I changed it to where when you start a game, it ends on only 3 seconds, so that way I'm not wasting any time. But I basically like to do it like this, where I get walls. I'll place one right here that you can get for cover, one right here that you can get for cover, and some right here. Now, of course, you're gonna have to spawn pads so that people can spawn in. I'll place one right there, and right there too. And you have to have barriers so people can't just attack each other immediately or gain mid that fast. This one there. Place one there. If you're facing that way, then the width should be 3. I'm gonna go to these. The width should be 3, and you could change the barrier style to red force field or blue force field or whatever you want to, even nebula. I like to use force fields though, since you can see through them. And then you can go to the barrier style and you can change it. So I like making red and blue so that way they're different colors. Make the width 3 again, just like that. They can't get past until you use a button. Now that means you're gonna need a button too. Gonna get the button. I actually pressed X. Place it right about at the middle of this, right here. I use grid snap too because it's the best for most of the stuff. I'm gonna go over and make it when interacted on transmit with channel 1. So also for both of these, you're gonna go disable when receiving from channel 1. Disable from 1. You can copy this or you can just place another one and then change it. So we're gonna go over here. Do the same thing. So, let me just make sure it's on. Okay, yeah. That way when you start a game, you can unlock this, run in, fight your guy, and then we'll place something else here so that way when you win you can make it. Like I said, no settings, so that's why I just hit that. Alright, next we're going to have to show you a way for you so you can win. So the way that you're going to win is we're going to get this thing. It's called, let me check what it's called real quick. They're called capture areas. So you get one and do the settings just like mine, except I will tell you when there are things you can change. So to start off, this thing you have to be on specifically all. Team is all. If it's not on all, then it won't work. This one you can do anything you want to. Orange changes it to orange. Neon green changes it to neon green. Anything you want to. We'll just do that. Okay, basically purple. So the capture radius, if you do this, they cannot capture from here, but it's still very, very big. If you do this, well, that's only fitting your body, which you can do, but I like to do this in case you try to capture this. You want to make sure this is on so that way they can see what's going on. No. No. Item filter, if it's not on none, then this will not work. Can receive items from, this is allies. None of this, because you're not, anything that has to do with periodic, it doesn't matter because you're not going to be using periodic storing. That's for like if you were to make a domination map, because like every second it gives you a point. Enemy contest scoring, no, because no one will be an enemy until it's captured. Can be captured by team, all. If this is not on all, this will not work. Control time, I like to do 5 seconds, because if it's on instant, then they can just run into it and then go to the next one. Score, you can make it 100, but it does literally nothing for you. So, none of this stuff really matters, because it won't do much. It just changes the, kind of like the view of it. But one thing you will have to have is you'll have to scroll all the way down here. When control changes, when there's control change, you want to transmit on channel 2. You can only do any channel you want to, but that's kind of hard because you don't have to remember on what all you did. So you're gonna get a rift. Put it like right about here. Teleport to and receiving from net channel 2. Now I'll show you how this comes into play. You press the button and it opens it. You run into your fight, and then you beat them. So you run into this and you get it. Now you're in the next round, where would be you build another one of these. So that's where that comes into play. Alright. So what you would do is now we're going to make another one of these, just like this one. We're going to build all around it. If you need this as a refresh, you can go ahead and watch. If not, you can scroll up some to the next part. Place this everywhere on the ground. Then you're going to want to get some walls. I like to do it like this. Like I said, you can make it as big as you want to and as small as you want to, as long as you have enough room to put the stuff in. So that's about right. We want more spawners. Let me go ahead and get some. You want block. You want the barrier. You're gonna place them, you know. Disable when receiving from 3 this time. Okay, 3. So we're gonna go up and then red force field. Oh yeah, also have to make the width 3. I'm gonna go right here now. Make this one blue. Width 3. Disable when receiving from 3. We're gonna take the buttons and move them over here. Change this to 3. Change when interacted on mess with 3. Alright, turn this around completely. Oh yeah, I already edited that. Now I'm gonna grab this exact same one, so that way you don't have to do any extra settings. Move it over here. Scroll all the way down to this. Change it to 4. Now, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know where that rift went, but now we're gonna make a different arena. I'm gonna pretend that this is the championship round. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger than normal. This isn't very much bigger, like on my other map. It's way bigger. It's like 11 by 10 to finish off. It's very big. But this one we're gonna make a bit smaller. So we're gonna do this. Like 5 by something, not very much. So, you're gonna put your rift right about here, and then another one on the exact opposite side. Oops. Because you're also gonna want to do this with the rifts. Turn those on none. Both of them are none. If they're not on none, then they won't work. So like I said, we're pretending this is championship round, but technically you could just make it keep going. I'm gonna make it like this. Now usually I would do more like this and like on the left side or not, but I am just gonna do a straight row just to say there is cover, but there's really not that much. So, just like this. It obviously will be different if you were to make it, because this is a very bad style of it. And then red force field with a width of 3. Perfect. Oh, 5, I forgot, it's bigger. This is gonna be 5. This one is gonna be 5. And I'm also gonna make it blue real quick. Now here's where this starts to get different. You're also gonna need to put them right here and right here. I'm also gonna use this because it's this, you don't need to change any settings except for the one. And you're gonna make, we need a button, my bad. Let me get a button real quick. So we need to get a button. When inactivated, make it 5. 5. But here's where this gets a little bit different. This one isn't going to be 5, it's going to be 6. So you're also going to go to these ones right here. And you're going to make one of them 5, disable on one of them 5, and make the other one disable on 6. And this run right here, when control changes, transmit on 7. We're not going to mess with that part right now, though. So that away, let me go ahead and add a floor real quick. Just makes it look better. You want a floor. Alright, one thing I need to do here is you're going to have to go to all the spawn pads. For all the round 1, not round 2, not 3, not 4. Round 1 only, you're going to go up to these right here. You're going to make one of them primary. This one you want on none, and you can switch sides like this one. You want one of them primary, not this one. Only one primary. So now I'm also going to get I'm going to get one of these. That's the stuff for it. And you're basically going to get a gun. Let me get let's say we're fighting with revolvers. I'm going to drop a revolver in there. Get some ammo. And I'm only going to drop a little bit of ammo. So that way, like, you have to conserve a little bit, you know. So 18 ammo. That's 4 rounds. Now, that one of them's primary. This is what you want. Okay. Watch this. I'm not sure if my friend's gonna fight. He's not in the same party as me. But we'll both have a free one. Since this one's not primary and his is primary, I will get a free one and so will he. So that way it can be from 2 to 4 players on this. Excuse me, I forgot to set the change on this real quick. Wait up. Sorry about that. I have to go to this one right here. Teleport to and receiving from, not this one. Yeah, that's the problem. This one needs to be 4. Sorry about that. Now we're going to start the game again. And then me and my friend are going to be in this. So I had a free round. Like I said, no settings have been done yet. See, now look what happens when I click this. And I also forgot to turn on... Sorry about that. I also forgot to make it to where those doors were open. Sorry about that. So, I'm gonna go over to the super one. And make... What's this one? Let me see real quick. This one's 5. So you also want to make disable on 5. I just want to make sure I already did these. I believe I did these. Yeah, I did. And so that means this one is 6. And we're going to disable this one on 6. Now that this one's on 6, me and my friend both get our free wins. Like I said, no settings, so we can still do damage to these. But when I open this, it'll open this. Not for him. But I cannot go into this until he opens his side. Oops, I'm really bad. And then I'll kill him. And now we're going to make a setting for this one. So that it'll take you somewhere that'll give you the win. Alright, so this is, like I said, it was on 7. So I'm going to take one of these. This doesn't really matter how you do it, but this is how I do it. I'll put this here. I'm going to go to my devices. You want to go to the one with the coin, the collectibles gallery. Okay, I'm going to place it. Oops, sorry, wrong one. I'm going to go ahead and delete all these. You only need one. Alright, so we got the bunny one still. First, I'm gonna change the settings before I put them there. So, we're gonna make score. Oops, I'm just gonna go to the left, not the right. 1,000. Simple, like that. 1,000. And we're gonna put him right there. Right for the rift to hit him when you spawn in. It's pretty close to the rift, yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna go to my settings. And you wanna go to game. Oh, make sure spawn limit is 2. I know it sounds like it'd be 1. Make sure spawn limit is 2 for this next part that I'm about to show you. Voice chat, all, so you can talk to your friends. Team size, dynamic. Time limit, you don't want it at 5 minutes. Fast time wins disabled. Most round wins. Score to end. You want this about 1,000. So there, now it's 1,000. Now we're gonna go to UI. Scroll down to win condition. You want that at score. It's not score, it really won't work. So now, when we play the game, me and my friend, I forgot to change the rift. Let me change something real quick. Sorry about that. Start the game too early. I ended the game. Oh, sorry. Thought I ended the game. Alright. So now I'm going to go up to the rift real quick. Make sure it teleports to and receiving from 7. Because that's what the championship one is. So now I'm going to get this for free. I'm gonna kill the person. I'm gonna walk over to this. I'm gonna collect it. Boom, I spawn right on that, which will get me the win. Now, why I said you need 2 lives. Here this comes. The reason why you're gonna need 2 lives is for this. This is totally optional what I'm about to actually show you. But it is nice to have because it kind of gives someone when they die a little bit of a chance to do something a little bit. So, let me get this. Put it all around so they can't escape. Or you can do barriers, that works too. So, you will need barriers though, however, anyways. I'm gonna get a barrier real quick. You actually have to make this one higher. Alright, so now I'm gonna get a barrier. Place it right here. The height needs to be pretty high since it's sideways. I'm just gonna do this and see how it looks. Okay, yeah. One of them needs to be shut off. I forgot about that. So, this is... Alright, so this is fine. Alright. So basically... Wait, I need walls so they can't escape. I'm gonna put these everywhere. I'm just gonna cut these edges, why not? And here's what this is gonna do. I'm gonna get some spawn pads real quick. This part is totally optional though. Alright. So, we're gonna go over here to these. So, this was the one that I did not make primary. You want the ones that are not primary on secondary over here. So, these are our secondary ones. We want them on secondary and then one on primary, else it will not work. I'm gonna need to get a trigger for this next one. Put it over here. This doesn't really matter for now. Still need to get one more thing. and then get a sequencer. Alright. Put this right inside of the sequencer. So, you want it to start sequence. Wait up. Start sequence when it's receiving from 1. Why 1? Well, that means it'll start when someone starts this. But here's where we go. We're going to go down to these right here. Disable when receiving from 1 on all of these. Every single one we want disable on 1. If they're not being disabled on 1, then they're not going to work. Disable. Because we don't want them to work after they're done. So, when interacted on, okay, when triggered, transmit on 1. So that means when this is hit, actually I just realized we don't even need these. My bad. We don't even need these. Because when we press number 1, these right here will be disabled. So we don't need those. These are on none, your priority group. They're on none. So, basically when we start the game, I'm gonna go with my friend real quick and kill him real quick. He'll die. And I win this. Then I go over here. See? Now he can watch me as I fight. He gets to watch me. But I can't shoot him. See? Can't shoot him at all. But he'll be able to watch me fight the next guy. And then I can't finish the game. I'll have to end it. But that gives something for the people that die early on to do. They can just watch the game from over above. One final thing. And then you'll be ready to do your own. When you get a barrier, you actually want one right here. And this thing can be the same size side. You want the height like this, right? That'll be fine. Yep. I'm putting the height on 9. That's pretty fine. And then we're gonna go disable when receiving from 6. And then the other one is disable when receiving from 5. So that means they can't, this is for really big gulags, or else if you're like doing one where the other person starts right back here, if they finish theirs early, they can just get it within 5 seconds. So this kind of just prevents that. You want to make this the opposite shield color. So this one's going to be red. Of course, it doesn't have to be this color actually, but and this one's blue. So now they're kind of like in a pink-purple stage. So now, when we go into a fight, remember, you can also use any gun you want to and any kind of health, but all you like to use is this. We go get our wins. Then I start, but I can't go until he starts his, so now it's fair. Oops. And then I can go into this and get the win. Easy as that. Now, this should be ready. You can do all that you need to. And this is another, and I'll show you actually one more add-on that you can do. So, we're going to do this right here. I'm going to bring this up one. It shouldn't have been that low. Same for this side. Get this. Bring it up one. Perfect. Now, here's the add-on that you can do. You get damage bombs, which will kill the person. So, you want to disable on 1. Disable on 1. So you don't want them working on 1. You also want the height on... height. Okay. We're just going to do 10, because it'll kill them. Now, you also want... Wait. You're also going to want the depth? Yeah, the depth this low. And the width this low. So that way it just kills this thing. So that way, if anyone's spectating, they don't walk across it and die. Alright, and then bring this up one. Nope, it's actually already good height. you're gonna go height 9 or 10, depending on what yours is. Bring these to 0.5, just like that. Disable on channel 1. But, so if you won that gulag from over here, if you won this one, which was channel 2, so this one's also teleport to when receiving from 2. You want to enable when receiving from, no. Wait. No, I figured out, my bad. So, you go to the button, when interacted on transit with 6, so, when you enable, it'll start going when you do it from 6. So this one, 5, this will start working on 5. So if you're wondering what this does, when you kill somebody, or you don't kill somebody, you just run to this immediately, and you get in it before they can kill you, right? So you get in this before they even kill you. Then you can run over here, press this button, that'll turn this thing on right here, which means if they go through it, they will die. So that's the point of that. And that should be everything you need to know about how to make a gulag tournament. Any questions, leave in the comments. Please tell me. If you liked the video and you want to see more, subscribe.